I spent the first 14, 15 years of my training career doing only calisthenics. I wanted to start lifting because of the variety available. For me, it is so much fun being able to interchange a pull-up for a lat pull-down, a dip for a bench press. And it creates this enjoyment because you've always got something to progress with. There is always a new movement to stick to for a good 6-8 weeks, and then you swap it out for a similar movement pattern with calisthenics or with weights and have that as your primary objective. And why I love it so much is there is a decent carryover from one to the other because you're building up your overall strength in a movement pattern. It's not as if you're going to do a pull-up and it'll have no translation to a lat pull-down or vice versa. Same type of movement, same type of muscles. When you practice the new exercise that you're rotating in with a little bit of skill acquisition, your nervous system will figure it out really quickly and you'll be absolutely laughing with it. Something I'm really passionate about is longevity. You can't get big, you can't get strong if you're dealing with aches, pains, and injury. When I only did calisthenics, I had spammed the same type of exercises over and over again, and it was to my detriment. I really want to get strong at my weighted chin-ups, develop golfer's elbow, keep spamming those dips, develop a little bit of costochondritis. So with hybrid training and just exercise variety period, by rotating movement patterns, you're going to have so much more longevity in your fitness journey. And that is the real secret sauce, if there is anything. If you want to reach your potential of what you're possible, then if you are constantly having to take time off, that is time that you're not getting stronger in exercise. That is a time you're not progressively overloading. That is essentially wasted time that you could be growing. And one thing that I've learned is if a movement is getting stale, if it is not progressing, if I am feeling aches, pains, and niggles with a movement, I will make a slight variant of it and I'll feel fine. Because with muscle building, it's a lot more forgiving from a variety perspective. We're not powerlifters here. We don't have to squat, bench, or deadlift. I know I have to do pull-ups or some type of vertical pull to grow my back, but I don't just have to do chin-ups all the time. I can do pull-ups, I can do neutral grip, I can do a supinated grip. If that feels funny, then I can go on the lat pull-down and just play with any different variation of the handles that allows me to do the movement pain-free. And that longevity ties into it with hybrid training. For me, what has always motivated me with exercise is having some element of skill with what I'm doing. We start our workout with exercises which have a lot of complexity, balance, skill, technique. They're either going to be a free weight movement or they're going to be a calisthenics movement, because when you're freshest, then you can give the most to the movement and do it with sound technique and really focus on making that progress. And everything else that follows can be purely bodybuilding goodness, train to failure, using stable options. That is absolutely fine. But especially for people that are natural, when progress can be quite slow and your physique gains are measured in a matter of years if you've been working out for quite some time. If you're just looking at the changes in the mirror and that's your sole metric of how successful your routine is, then you're going to get demotivated pretty quickly, because you're going to look pretty similar, especially after you've been training for 10, 15 years. And you need to find things that make the process enjoyable but still get the outcome. Focusing your training at the start on beating the logbook, increasing weight on a complex movement that still hits the muscles hard, one that you enjoy, one that feels good, one that you can see trending upwards, it is going to reflect in your physique long term. You're paying back those dividends into that count, continually putting them back in, and over time it compounds, and that strength will be reflected in physique changes. With hybrid, you're doing both closed and open chain movements. So for a lot of people in the gym, they never do any hands fixed body movements. A lot of bodyweight exercises are closed chain in nature. And this gives you a lot of upper body stability. It gives you rotator cuff strength. It gives you scapular control. And that's going to translate to all of your free weight movements. If you have a stable platform to pull and push from, you're going to express your maximum strength. You're going to be most comfortable. You're going to target those prime movers to the most. With my background in physiotherapy, I always try and attack the body by making it stable and strong, not to prevent injury, because no one's interested in preventing injury or prehab. That's boring. You got to focus on leaving no stone unturned in your body by doing your body weight exercises so that there is no weak links in the kinetic chain. There is nothing holding you back from lifting heavy weights. There is nothing holding you back from really being able to push to the absolute limit safely. There's a lot of tribalism when it comes to health and fitness. The calisthenics people are looking at the pure bodybuilders and quite frankly saying, wow, they look good, but what can they do with their body? They're all show, no go. Show me the strength expression with your body weight. The bodybuilders are looking at the calisthenics people and saying, lol bro, nice legs. I could do that too if I weighed 50 kilos and I had these little twigs there. And I think it's really unfortunate because that's just the way the world is. We're very community-based, tribal-based, and we want to be part of a group. But sometimes there's things that are calling to you. So if you're a bodybuilder and you're really happy with your muscle mass and how you're looking, but you just want to have a little bit of athleticism. You just want to have a little bit of athleticism and being able to express what you've got with your muscle mass and teach it how to be strong with bodyweight exercises. You can definitely incorporate that into your routine without completely giving up bodybuilding or completely giving up your identity. And the same thing goes for calisthenics with me. I'm thinking to myself, geez, I really love bodyweight exercises, but there's some things that are missing from it. And really, it's such an addictive, fun way to train. Get my hybrid program linked below on fitnessfaqs.com, and you're going to fall in love with this style of training.